Hello, Temple fans, and welcome into a brand new edition of Owls on the Clock. I'm Lindsay Moppert. We have a lot in store for you today, including a closer look at a Temple lacrosse player with quite an impressive comeback story.
And I'm Ryan Dalton. This past Saturday, we got a chance to check out the 2022 Temple football team and watch their final spring practice, the Cherry vs. White football game. You don't want to miss it.
And I'm Joey Latona. I'm here outside of the Aramark Star Complex, where soon I'll be meeting with two members of the men's ice hockey team to talk about this past season, coming up shortly.
And to start us off, we're going to throw it back to Joey, where he is live outside of the Star Complex, talking with two players from the ice hockey squad about the recent upward trend of the program. Joey?
Thanks, Lindsay. That's right. I'm outside of the Aramark Star Complex here with two members of the men's ice hockey team, senior captain Andrew Kaiser and junior James Owen. How we doing, guys?
Doing well, doing well.
Doing great.
That's great. That's great. I'm going to start with you, Kaiser. So it's your senior year. How have the teams felt throughout the years now up to your senior year? How have the camaraderie been and such?
Yeah, obviously starting out as a freshman, going into a new program, you never know what to expect. But luckily I was open with welcome arms, and I had a really great freshman year. And everything is just built upon since that freshman year. I think as we've gone on, our team camaraderie and, the brotherhood that we have has obviously grown. And then going into this final season, I think we really hit the nail on the head. We had a really great group of guys hanging out on the weekends. Just, we all love being around each other, and you kind of have to. Being hockey players, you're with each other like 5 times a week. So, yeah, got lucky this year. It was a really, really great year.
Absolutely, absolutely. I understand that you missed the season due to COVID. How did it feel coming back after missing a whole season?
Yeah, as a hockey player, I've been playing since I was 3 years old. It's obviously tough to miss a year of hockey. And then, you only have 4 years in college too. So to miss one of those is pretty significant, but it felt really good getting back on the ice. Seeing the team that our coach built this year, I was really confident going into the season. So yeah, no, it was really, really amazing to get back on the ice.
Absolutely, absolutely. And on top of that, getting back on the ice, you were named captain in your senior year. Yep. Did you happen to feel any more pressure, or was it just business as usual?
Yeah, obviously there's a little bit of jitters, going into the season, knowing that you are named captain, especially, with a great group of guys. You want to make them proud. You want to build the program. But yeah, the jitters were there early on this season, but luckily I got lucky with my group of guys. They helped me out through the beginning, those early stages, and I think that we had a really good season after that. So yeah, I can't complain.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so great season. You guys made playoffs for the first time in a while. How did it feel making playoffs again?
Oh, it felt amazing. Early on in the season, we set a lot of goals, and one of those goals was to make playoffs. So being able to meet that goal was really great. Obviously in our sophomore year we weren't able to make the playoffs. So in my senior year to make it was just a really nice way to end it all.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with this being your senior year, you're done playing men's ice hockey for Temple University. How do you feel passing the reins off to the younger players on the team?
I feel really confident. We have a really great group of guys, like I said before. Obviously I think there's a lot of things that we can build upon, but I think they will. I think that the junior class is going to come up really strong here. Same with our sophomores and our freshmen. So yeah, I think we have a really great group of guys that's going to be able to build upon what we've started here for the past 4 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. So I'm switching over gears to James. I understand this is your junior year, but this is your first year playing for the ice hockey team. Why is that?
Yes, it is my first year. I actually did try out my freshman year of college, but I unfortunately did not make the team. But here I am.
So what made you want to come back and try again?
So I've been playing hockey since I was 5 years old. So when I didn't make the team here, it was kind of like that was the end of my, hockey career. And I took 2 years off. And, something about me when tryouts came around and, COVID was over, so, tryouts were happening and there was a season, I really would have regretted it if I didn't even try. But, I'm happy I did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as your first year on the team, how did it feel acclimating to this new team after such a long time not playing?
At first, it was intimidating at first, but with such a great group of guys, within the first couple of weeks, it was smooth sailing. Very easy to be acclimated to this team with such awesome characters on this team, honestly. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with next season coming up, do you feel comfortable, feel ready for next season? Think it's going to go well?
Yeah, totally. Like Keizer said before, we got a ton of uprising seniors with 3 years under their belt and a lot of rookies with a year under their belt already. So I think things are looking really positive for what we have for the future.
Great, great. Well, that's all the time we have for it. Thanks again, guys. Back to you in the studio, Lindsay.
Thank you, Joey. I'm glad to hear that the ice hockey team is getting back on track. Now, the Cherry and White spring football game went on a 3-year hiatus after the program jumped from new head coach to new head coach the past few years. But many were happy to hear that it officially came back to 10th and Diamond this past weekend. Joining me now over at the studio set to tell us more about the return of this Temple football tradition is Owls on the Clock reporter Ryan Dalton. Ryan, give us the inside look.
Thanks, Lindsay. Yes, that is correct. The 3-year drought for the Cherry vs. White football game is finally over, and it took place this past Saturday at 3 o'clock, where new recruits and coaches got the opportunity to show their talent. The game was held between the offense wearing white versus the defense wearing cherry, with points being awarded for big plays for the defense and traditional scoring for the offense. Now, the game began with a first-team offense led by quarterback DeJuan Mathis taking on the second-team defense, and it was a rough start for the white team. Defensive tackle DeMarcus Morris and linebacker Vandy Rigby helped the defense get off to a hot start, delivering a 3-tackle loss on the first 3 drives. It didn't stop there. Safety Chauncey Moore had a marvelous leaping interception by the sideline and take over for the Cherry team. The turnovers kept rolling on the next drive by an offense fumble and a cornerback, Keshawn Paul, recovering. The next drive, the offense decided to bounce back with a huge 18-yard reception by wide receiver Jose Barbone. The offense didn't stop there. Mathis came up big, giving the white team their first touchdown of the day, coming from a 23-yard reception by wide receiver Devon Fox. The defense jumped out to a good start in the second half, however, that didn't slow down the offense. Second-string quarterback Mariano Valentin throws for an absolute dime over the back shoulder to tight end Jordan Smith for a 30-yard touchdown. The next drive, the offense is looking to take the lead as they march down the field. A few plays in, linebacker Mohim McCargo came out of nowhere to intercept the ball in the end zone as it flipped the momentum for the Cherry team. The offense tried climbing back later in the game with a late 32-yard back shoulder touchdown by wide receiver Ahmad Anderson, but that wasn't enough as the Cherry team ended up on top as the game ended with a final score of 64-54. Temple is heading into the 2022 season with 22 new recruits, a new coaching staff, and a brand new head coach. The Cherry vs. White game was a great preview to this year's team, and we're looking forward to seeing our Owls in the fall at the Link. That's all for the Cherry vs. White football game. Lindsay, back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. And now it's time for our feel-good story of the show. And this week, it's all about a Temple lacrosse star who was able to come back even stronger after a season-ending injury. Junior attacker Riley McGowan spent the last year in the recovery process after tearing her ACL. In 2020, McGowan played in all 9 games prior to COVID. But looking to 2021, McGowan did not play in a single game due to her torn ACL. But despite all of the roadblocks that she has had to face, flash forward to this season and McGowan is now a standout player among her teammates. She recently scored her new career high of 7 goals, but her recent success has gone way past the lacrosse field. She also now runs a fitness business called Rick's Fit, where she offers personalized workout plans to meet sport-specific or lifestyle goals. I mean, talk about coming back even better and stronger than before. Well, would you look at what time it is? The clock has just run out of time.
You're right about that, Lindsay. That's all we have on this edition of Owls on the Clock.
For Joe Latona, Lindsay Moppert, I'm Ryan Dalton.
Have a lovely week, everyone, and we'll see you next time.